Hey YouTube, this is Jeremy Yahoo Weeps. I am going to be picking up from my last video that I was doing on Bereshit, or Genesis chapter 3. So, Shabbat Shalom, and I'm just going to keep on going. Okay, I'm going to go into my footnotes on this. I had just read the chapter, but I have some pertinent footnotes, so I'm just going to go ahead. Okay, the Nachash, that's commonly translated as snake or serpent, can also mean diviner or trickster or enchanter. And I have see Revelation 12:9 and 20 verse 2 as possible references. Then saying that the Nachash was arum, meaning shrewd, subtle and sensible, prudent and judicious, clever, circumspect and cautious, perceptive, elusive and obscure, a highly skilled, sagacious expert who is mischievous, abusive, and dangerous, even piercing, naked. Going on. Oh, what's this for? Hold on, give me a second. Let me see. Oh. Well, no, that doesn't really pertain. Sorry. Oh, that saying that we're when Hawa says to the Nachash that they were allowed to eat, there's a change from the sense of freely eating to the heart's content, which is what Yahweh had originally instructed them, saying, eat as much as you like, eat freely, enjoy. It's this change from the sense of eating freely to the heart's content to being allowed to eat, which I think is a subtle but significant difference. And that when they say that they put fig leaves on themselves, the Hebrew word used there is very similar to toana, which is the word for an excuse. So it's like they were putting... They did wrong, and then they were clothing themselves with an excuse. But when Yahweh clothed them, when He made skins for them and clothed them, the word used there is a belt or an apron or armor, to gird like armor in defense. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is wrong. That's the word used for the toana, the excuse. It's a belt, apron, or armor. So not only are they putting an excuse on themselves, they're getting defensive. Okay, there's a separation that's come between them and their Creator, and they're putting up armor to one that they should be embracing in love. They're temporary armors, very thin and cold fig leaves, which would sooner or later dry out. Then when it says that that Yahweh came to them in the Ruach of the Yom, when the Ruach means wind or breath, and the Yom, I have as a footnote, I don't know how accurate this is, you might want to check this out, but it's possibly from Akkadian cognate umu, meaning a storm. So in the wind of the storm is one way of looking at it. But it's interesting because all three titles of Yahweh are used. Yahweh, the caring father-mother, Elohim, the masculine, powerful authority and gentle protector, and Ruach, the feminine essence or breath. So all aspects of Yahweh are being presented here. And I have a note, all three were spoken to and judged, which means that decided what needs to happen next with. So the judgment was basically going, okay, what do I do with you now? What needs to happen? What would be the best thing to do? Only the Nachash and the ground were actually cursed. Oh, let's see. Oh, that it's a bone. Let me go back up. Sorry. Where was I? When Yahweh is speaking to the Isha and He says, I will make a great increase in your hard work and your childbearing. That word for hard work is itzabon, and means sorrow or emotional distress, as well as physical pain, worrisomeness, labor, toil, hard work, pain, birth pangs, being in labor. May also be translated as a lying in wait has increased your sorrow and sighing, such as the Nahash lying in wait for her children. The passage may simply be a descriptive one instead of a prescriptive one. And that when it says your desire or your teshuka will be for your man and he will rule over you, the teshuka means yearning or stretching out after, a desire or turning or following. And that rule is mashal and means to rule or to define a standard of measure that one is to live by, to lead, to reign, govern, have dominion, to manage. One possible interpretation that I have here is, yet you will still desire, as you did before the fall, though now tainted by sin, your husband, and he will still rule, as he did before the fall, though now tainted by sin, over you. So you will still desire your husband, and he will still rule over you. It's just going to be messed up because it's tainted by sin now. Note here, the origin of Adam's body and the source of his food were the same thing that became associated with his death. It could possibly be interpreted as, you returned to Ha-Adam, given that from her you were taken. Given that a multitude are you, and to the multitude you will return. Yes, here we go. The Toanah that they clothed themselves with, the fig leaves, were like the excuse and the defensiveness. And Yahweh clothed them in kutanot, which means warm and strong skin tunics. They're royal garments or royal robes. So after they did wrong, they're covering themselves with an insufficient defensive excuse. And Yahweh's going, no, you're my children, you're royalty. I'm clothing you in royal skins. You become uncovered, and now I'm covering you with warm and strong skin tunics, royal garments, royal robes, so that you'll be covered as my children the way you should be. Which I think is very significant. In the English versions you don't get that, but in the Hebrew reading of it, I think it comes across. So that is Bereshit chapter 3, and hopefully this has been helpful, instructive. I'm very willing to hear comments on this. If you think I'm wrong in my understandings of any of the scriptural words I've used in this version, I invite you to discuss with me and to try to correct me if you think I'm wrong. Hopefully this is helpful. So Shabbat Shalom. I hope that you are having a good day and a good life. And that's all I can think of to say for now. So talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.